Hello everyone, so a different type of video for you here. This work was done by the Military Watch on Twitter, and it shows that throughout the war, at least 23 or 24 new aircraft of Russia's have been moved to the decommissioned aircraft storage area at Lipetsk Air Base. This first image is from June the 7th, 2022. So it shows currently of the aircraft storage area 57 MiG-29s, 25 MiG-31s, 2 Su-24s, 3 Su-25s, and 7 Su-27 jet aircraft. This is the storage place at Lipetsk for decommissioned aircraft. You can see 3 of the aircraft stored here are ones from Russia's aerial display team. In addition to the aircraft, there are also 4 helicopters, I'm not sure what type. You can also notice that the aircraft here are in varying states of disrepair here. Some of them have been partially dismantled, such as in the centre. You can see some of them have had their nose cones removed, and a few, which looks like they're just the body remaining, with the wings and everything important stripped down. Most of the MiGs here, so the big MiG-29s and MiG-31s, haven't moved since 2010. Something they share in common with my dad, who was the only living person to be diagnosed with rigor mortis. This next image I have for you is from 29th of May 2023. Now this area now shows 55 MiG-29s, 24 MiG-31s, 4 Su-24s, 2 Su-25s and 8 Su-27s. So that's a decrease of 2 MiG-29s, a decrease of 1 MiG-31, a decrease of 2 Su-24s, an addition of 1 Su-25 and a decrease of 1 Su-27. Now, I don't know why the numbers have dropped here. This is likely either ones that were still potentially serviceable, which have been removed from here in order to put back into service, or ones removed from here in order to be further stripped down for parts for repair and maintenance of existing ones. I guess it could also be airframes now which have been fully dismantled and destroyed. Now this is where it gets interesting. If we jump to 6th of June 2025, we can see the aircraft here has shot up rather dramatically. There are some zoomed in photos as well, which I'm going to go through whilst I discuss the increase here. So, 56 MiG-29s are here, an increase of 1 from 2023. 28 MiG-31s are here, an increase of 4 from 2023. 8 Su-24s are here, an increase of 4 from 2023. 7 Su-25s are here, an increase of 6. 8 Su-27s, so that number remained the same. 8 flankers, Su-30s or Su-35s. The uploader, the Military Watch, says 4 of these are Su-35 variants, and then finally 1 Su-34 has been added. So that is, from June 2023, 24 Russian aircraft that have been decommissioned and moved to this storage area. And we know that these are decommissioned aircraft. Here's a low quality image which shows the Su-34 with its distinctive blue colour scheme. This one is from October 2024. And you can see it's still in the same spot nearly a year later. So, why has Russia had to move them here? Firstly, none of them actually show any signs of damage, so I'm going to rule out these being some of the aircraft which Ukraine hit with drones and damaged, and Russia's decided to move them here out of the way because they can't be repaired. These are separate to the ones Ukraine has hit. I suspect the most likely explanation is a mixture of different things, so aircraft age coupled with a lack of spare parts and increased use of the aircraft, meaning that the Russian aircraft just can't be maintained now, so a good number of them have had to be moved to the scrap pile, likely stripped of anything that Russia could potentially use first. This is a big increase from 2023, 24 new aircraft decommissioned, and so considering the last images from mid-2025, there's likely more added to the pile too in the 6 months or so. So, about 12 aircraft a year just over that have been decommissioned by Russia since 2023. They're big numbers. And this is only one such base. The true number of decommissioned aircraft is likely higher, as there are other air bases with boneyards like this one, with aircraft that haven't budged for years on other air bases as well. So it is at least 24 aircraft decommissioned, a true number definitely higher when we take into consideration other air bases, which is basically aircraft losses for Russia. Ukraine may not have hit these with drones, but they're not going to fly anymore, so they are aircraft losses. So when people look at Russia's aircraft losses in the war, at least 2 dozen can be added to the total tally, if we include the decommissioned ones, such as the Su-35 for example. So at least 4 are seen identified as decommissioned here and added to the boneyard. Russia had 110 in service at the start of the war. Russia has destroyed 8. But as we're seeing here, Russia has lost an additional 4 because of decommission because of likely inability to maintain them. So 12 have been lost so far. These are quite big numbers here, and it's very nice to see the effect of a war on Russian maintenance. This is where the airbase is zoomed out, so towards the north of Ukraine. So, not much else to discuss here, but I hope you found it interesting. If so, please click like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thanks so much, and take care, everybody.